What's up, guys? It's your favorite twins, and today we are super excited. We are revisiting Bruno Mars' second studio album, Unorthodox Jukebox.
I feel that Bruno has a discography to be admired.
I agree.
And envied. You know, he has so many hits under his belt. He has gained so much respect. What you can't deny is the fact that he's made his mark.
When Jordan and I were kind of going over some albums to revisit, he mentioned Unorthodox Jukebox, and I just looked over the track list again, and it was just like,
it's great.
Holy shit, like this album was so good. So this is actually an album that I'm really excited to dive back into. I don't know, it has this nostalgic feeling, but it's a powerful album in the sense of its production.
Oh yeah. He has such a great ear for music, and I feel like it just really shines here. You know, he's described this album as an album that's really him. Hence the title Unorthodox Jukebox. It's what's not usual. It kind of separates itself from the norm. And it's a jukebox. You never know what really is going to come up, what's going to pop out. So yeah, I'm excited myself to revisit this.
I mean, when you got a song about fucking like gorillas.
Whether you follow him closely or not, I guarantee you know a Bruno Mars song.
Before we get started, of course, you know we have to shout out our Patreon. Over there you can find full-length reactions and exclusive content. So, if you are into those kind of things, go join.
This is one of my favorite songs
ever. Yeah.
I spend all my money, bought a big old fancy car for these bright-eyed honeys. Keep me up till the sun is high. Guess I've always been this way. All these roads steer me wrong, but I still drive them all night long, all night long. Are you young, wild girls? You make a mess of me. Good time for me. Come back to you. I get lost under these lights. I believe in my own lies, like everything will be okay. Oh, I still dream of a simple life, but love don't exist when you live like this all night long. Are you young, wild girl? No matter what you do, come back to you.
I love that.
And also, mostly, like, he just doesn't get credit.
Are you young, wild girls? You make a mess of me. Are you young, wild girls? No matter what you do, I always come back to you. Come back to you.
Just what a way to start your album.
I remember when I first discovered that song, I was blown. I played that song into the ground. I love how it kicks off the album.
Yeah.
You know, we already know that some of the themes are, you know, this fast lifestyle. Some things maybe are a little toxic.
Yeah.
But it's very tumultuous. So, starting from the genesis, you young wild girls, you'll be the death of me. Just saying how you know these things aren't good for you, but it continues to pull you back in. This lifestyle pulls you back in. These girls, you're almost like addicted to. I love that visualization. And then knowing the next song is Locked Out of Heaven, akin to like this lifestyle being kind of like the hell.
Yeah, he gave us
the
temptation.
Right, I'm stuck in this, so it's almost like I'm locked out of heaven. I'm locked out of what's good for me, essentially.
No, I have to agree with you. You kind of took the words out of my mouth. I think young girls paint such a vivid image of just that figure of temptation, and it's like, I do need to evolve from this, but you keep luring me back in. So, and the chorus?
Yeah, one of the best.
I just think that chorus is so magical. There's crack in that chorus, okay?
1, 2. Never had much faith in love or miracle. Now I wanna put my heart on the line. 'Cause your sex takes me to paradise and shows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you make me feel like
was thrust.
Yeah, this is thrust. Yeah. A billion streams for a reason. A hit.
This is the hit. Coming after young girls. It's so perfect because I fell into that temptation. Yep. You make me feel like I'm not that heavy because the things that we do.
But not even that though.
It's so bad. But it also feels liberating. Like, I was once there. Like, I was once doing okay.
Right, you know? I knew what was good for me.
I knew what was good for me, and then you came and fucked it up. But in the best way possible.
But it's almost like he's saying that he's met somebody now that is showing him that young girl's lifestyle isn't for him anymore. That's why he says, you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven, aka in that young girl's world for too long, because what we have here, this is what feels like heaven. Make sense?
Okay, yeah.
That's how I'm taking it too.
Like
I can see your perspective as well, though, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
This woman's amazing love is like heaven. So showing that there's that flip side now. So he's gone to heaven now.
True, because I was gonna say like it can also be the flip side of like this feels like heaven,
but
so I'm good here.
Right.
Like I like what we have here. This is another one, and I feel like it's gonna be a repeating thing on this album, where the choruses are where the biggest punch is packed.
They're electric, man.
They're electric. Reggae, it's rock, it's funk, it's pop, it's everything. So when we say Bruno is an all-around artist, we really mean that.
This is one of his most prominent songs, one of his most well-known, and for good reason. This song is a hit.
Fuck it.
See, now we're getting sultry. Now we're gonna talk about that sex.
I got a body full of liquor with a cocaine kicker, and I'm feeling like I'm 30 feet tall. So lay it down, lay it down. You got your legs up in the sky with the devil in your eyes. Say it now. Look what you're doing. I promise it's a killer. You'll be banging on my chest, bang, bang, gorilla.
I don't know.
Cause you know how I like to use a dirty little lover. We don't stop, we keep rocking while they're knocking on our door. And you're screaming, give it to me, motherfucker. Look what you done. But in this jungle you killed. Baby, make it run like gorillas. I bet you never ever felt so good, so good. You'll never be the same, baby, once I'm done with you. Yeah.
Come on.
Nasty. Oh, and they hit the climax in this part.
Yeah, this is the climax right here.
Gorilla.
Right now they are tumbling and flipping all over the jungle floor. He said, you gonna know what we're doing now.
He said, making love?
Yeah.
No. We're past that part. We're past that.
Not the sound in the pack.
You know.
Now how we go from making love like gorillas to baby squirrel, you're a sexy motherfucker.
Here's the thing about gorillas. You're walking on air. This person makes you feel like you're in heaven. The next step is to only fuck animalistic. That is literally the only next step.
Just wild sex.
Just wild sex.
No, you lose all self-control. I think that's just what this song is about.
Yeah.
I do love how Locked Out of Heaven, you know, we're talking about your sex takes me to paradise, and then we continue to that theme.
No, now we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's just good cohesion. But yeah, I didn't listen to this one a lot. But as I got older, you know, I still didn't listen to it as much. But hearing it now, I have this appreciation for the instrumental and how it comes together and swells up, because it almost takes you through that sexual experience. You know, you said climax, which actually was a really good point. And he even changes the word from making love to fucking.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, as a song that really follows a good pace, and I use that word specifically. Yeah, Gorillaz is one to appreciate. It's not one that I listen to all the time, but I appreciate it on the body of work when you look at it as a whole, because it's needed.
Baby squirrel, use a sexy motherfucker.
Give me your attention, baby. You're one of our flawless. Ooh, you a sexy lady.
He's so smooth.
But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Ooh, whoa. I know that you don't know it, but
so weird?
Yeah.
Hearing this on the album, it kind of like almost could sound like an interlude. Like it almost sounds
I can
like
see that.
You know what I'm saying? First of all, that's like the quickest 3 minutes ever. Like
yeah.
And that is such a good song. Like Treasure's actually arguably my favorite on here.
Really?
Yes. Like I battle with that and Young Girls a lot. But yeah, I mean we're talking about it before we press play. He performed it somewhere.
Somewhere. I need to know.
AMAs, VMAs, Grammys.
I don't know where it was.
Like, we don't remember.
But it was an iconic performance. It was just Billboard. It's the Billboard Music Awards.
The Billboard Music Awards.
It's almost like he brought the music video to the stage. Yeah. It was just so,
it was so good.
Yeah.
And that's when award shows were good.
That's when they were worth watching.
Like you said, I love the play on word. You're a treasure, but also let me treasure you. So let me treat you as what you are. This is what you do for me.
Yeah.
And I really like that. More so, Locked Out of Heaven, Gorilla, and Treasure are all songs about appreciating your lover and the person that makes you feel good. I love Treasure. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah,
you've pretty much said everything I was going to. Treasure is another one of those big songs, 800 million streams. This is another one. If you know any Bruno Mars song, you know Treasure.
Yeah.
I think it's more on the simpler side, like lyrically, which I think is needed because it's just simply a jam. Yeah, the Smeezingtons were on that one. I'm noticing, being that I'm paying like more attention, I'm noticing that lyrically, like, this album is pretty solid. Like, it's not. I saw that critics called it shallow.
I was about to
it's
say
pretty.
that.
I mean, Treasure is a little like, okay, obviously, like it's like I said, more on the simple side.
Yeah.
But for it to be called shallow, I don't know. I'm seeing something different.
Not all the time do love songs have to be so like complex. Sometimes they can be straightforward with a good beat, a catchy melody, and that makes a good song. Especially for us as musicians ourselves, we're so keen on the songwriting. So to call this album shallow.
Even better than the way you did the night before. It's something incredible. There's sex in your chemicals. Oh,
I like that line.
Ooh, let's go. This world ain't for you, and I know for damn sure this world ain't for me. Lift off and say goodbye. Moonshine.
Lots of flares.
To the stars tonight. The last time I know. Last night, but it feels like it's been so long that I'm not myself and you're gone. Good to see you again on top of the world. It's where I stand when you're back in my life.
Doesn't sound like Michael.
Yes. Definitely inspired. This sounds like something that would be on Silk Sonic.
Yes! Oh my gosh. I was just thinking that. Ooh, I love that in the back. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah. Ooh, Young and Live Fast. Yo, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That was a take off.
Yes, yeah.
Take us to the stars tonight. The last time.
Oh, you heard that blast?
Oh, wait. I actually like this a lot.
That place we went the last time.
Oh, it's an island. Oh, man. It sounds so good. Love it. Woo!
We let that one go all the way out.
I did. Oh, my gosh.
Moonshine. I honestly, we were saying before we even hit play, we don't remember this one.
No,
we don't remember this one.
I've never heard that song before.
No, like I've listened to this album all the way through a few times, but
really,
yeah, but it's been a long while. It's been a long while because I kind of just took my favorites and I ran. Moonshine definitely sounds like something he would do now in a more mature way. Like I can hear the progression in his music. I love the double on that one. Moonshine. As in the drink.
Yes.
And then the moon in Moonshine, which is take us up. Yeah. You know, you're having a good night. Alcohol can, you know, make the night better. It enhances it. You know what I mean? It enhances your experience. And Moonshine is a strong one.
That's a very strong drink.
And then just this idea of feeling, again, like you're floating, walking on air with this person. Yeah. Just a nice way of relating it to women. Yes. Or this woman. Mm-hmm. And his experience. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Again, I've never heard this song before. So when it first started, I said, okay, this might be one that I don't favor all that much. I was gladly mistaken. It really grew on me quick.
Yeah.
Especially that moon. That in the back,
yeah.
for that to be a constant thing, I love that consistency. There could be a song where you're like, okay, maybe not my vibe 110%,
yeah.
but there's one part of the song that you're like,
yeah, you're like, oh, hold on.
If this continues, very cohesive, very good, keeps you on your toes.
I do think potentially...
What?
Oh, I love you, gonna like me. It could be seen as a dip. It was a little less exciting for me as the other ones.
Oh, Moonshine?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe it's a little forgettable.
But then look what you're coming up on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. That's why it might feel like a dip, though. Because this is another strong song coming up. Yeah. And we have a few more. But I do admire, especially during this time, him taking that risk and being versatile in his career.
Absolutely.
Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same.
I haven't heard this in a long time.
When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. Too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought you flowers and held your hand, take you to every party, cause all you wanted to do was dance. My pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish ways caused a good, strong woman like you to walk out my life. Never get to clean up the mess I made. Oh, should've gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Although it hurts, I was wrong.
Ah, I love that.
Woo! I and apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know I hope he buys you flowers. I hope he holds.
I love how it's a little bit and just completely like drops.
Give you all his hours.
I wish you the best.
Do all the things I should have done when I was your man.
Love how the title comes
up.
Yes.
The things I should have done when I was your man.
That is such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
That is just a great ballad all in all.
Oh my gosh. What?
Again, the progression of how we go from reminiscing to current day. It sounds like a love letter, but also a farewell letter. You know, just kind of expressing the fact that while we were together, I wish I treated you better. I wish I treated you how you deserve to be treated. I wish I knew what I had before it was gone. I think that's something a lot of us can relate to, you know, especially in love. Sometimes we get caught up and we don't, you know, put our attention where it should be. So I love the fact that it ends with him wishing this person the best and kind of accepting the fact that, you know, hey, I had my shot. I fumbled it. That's on me. Taking accountability, but not being bitter about it and just saying, you know, I still wish for someone to treat you the way I should have. I wish you all the love in the world. I think that's such a beautiful message still. Heartbreaking, but it's a beautiful message. Yeah, you know?
But no, I absolutely have to agree with you. I love this song. I mean, this song went #1.
As it should.
As it should. But more so just the way that title comes into play. Realizing I can sit here and be sad all I want, but it is not going to change the reality that I did not, and the Smeezingtons, they're back.
They had to be.
But I did not do the things that I should have done when I was with you, when I was your man. So I hope that the next one treats you better than I did. And it takes a big person to be able to, one, admit that, and then two, wish you the best. Absolutely love it. And it's so ironic how you have a song about kind of feeling a little bit of remorse. And then you go to Natalie.
It's almost like When I Was Your Man kind of takes it back to young girls a little bit. Yeah. Like, maybe I fell back into those selfish habits. And, you know, that lifestyle I was living to where I didn't pay attention to the heaven I found.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's like, now that we're here, I'm looking back at that.
Yes.
While I'm in this lifestyle. Still, it's kind of like I've been left here. And it's almost like Natalie is a representation of the young girls he's still dealing with.
I've never done this before. Never wanna do this again. Wrong turn on a dusty road. I did it to myself, I can't pretend. Good God, I must have been blind. Like my daddy and my gambling man. Never been afraid to roll the dice. Little Miss Snake Eyes ruined my life. She better see the one now, bitch. Once I get my hands on her, I'm a woo. Natalie, she ran away with all my money.
Turn up. This is not loud enough.
Yes.
Natalie is my song, and I've been waiting for this moment.
Well, I'm taking a ditch on this gold digging bitch. If the secret's ever I'm coming.
This beat is
Insane.
yeah.
The good Lord better bless your soul, cause I don't already curse your name. Payback's gonna come your way. You'll be begging me, please, please, please. And I'ma look at you and laugh, laugh, laugh. I'll be smiling in myself,
Thinking about you.
can't nobody save you now. I did it for fun. Natalie, telling everyone. I should've known better. I should've known better. She never said forever. She never said forever. I'm a fool that played in her game. Hey, Natalie.
Hey!
Woo! She's probably out there thinking it's funny. Well, I'm digging a ditch for this gold digging bitch. Watch out, she's quick. Look out for pretty little baby. Hey, woo! She better run.
Hands down. Hands fucking down.
I will say hands down the
Hands
best song on this
down,
album.
hands down.
Like, and I love the first two songs, but there's
Oh
something
my
about
God.
Natalie.
Young Girls Locked Out of Heaven and Natalie?
What?
Are you?
All on the same body of work.
This is
That's
not right.
disgusting.
This is
Here's
not
the thing.
right.
I actually think Natalie is one of Bruno's, like,
Oh.
vocally one of his best.
Oh.
And it really shows, especially with that last chorus. This man can belt. He has emotion. He has control over his voice. You know, you drink cookie and you burp it because it's like hot air out your nose.
I should not be this hype over murder. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
No.
But
There's
there are exceptions.
There's exceptions.
Because this is one of them. Natalie, wherever you are, I'm digging a ditch, bitch.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it's almost like this life has backfired on him.
Yes.
He has been
Yes.
messing with the wrong girls, and he came across the wrong one.
Came across the wrong bitch and lost a good one.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like saying that I'm a fool that played into her game because I didn't appreciate what I had. It's put me in this situation where now I'm broke and I'm womanless. There's just something about this beat. There's a song that comes to mind, Valerie, by Amy Winehouse.
Oh my God.
A much more amped up version of it, but maybe
Yes.
it's just because but it just always reminded me of that song. The swing-tastic beat of it all.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I think this song has been criminally underrated for years. Like, this song is so good. Like, I don't know. This has always been my #1 off the album.
Yeah, same here. I'm sorry.
I love this song. And the storytelling of it. Like, that's what I mean by lyrically.
It paints a good picture.
It's not a good picture.
No, it's a good one. Oh, it's one that I would pay to watch.
I'm invested in this story.
Oh, my song. Where's the joint when I need one?
Hey.
I can see it in your eyes. You want a good time. You wanna put your body on mine. Alright, but don't change your mind. Don't you change it. Oh no.
He's done this with your accents on y'all real quick.
But pleasure island is where we can go. No, I won't think you're easy. No, I won't think you're fine. You say you're a woman who knows what she likes, then show me. You got to show me. Tell me all day that you're lonely. Show me tonight. Yeah. The way that you laugh, the way that you smile, too. We can get freaky tonight. Right is your ticket to ride.
Talk busted!
Listen.
Oh, you know what? And that always reminds me that I've got so much culture.
You know, and that's the thing. You know,
Dawn Channel.
You're a very ugly individual, and I want you to know that.
I love that.
I love that, yeah. Once again, we have a coconut. Because again... No, once again, we have a good song. It's like, you know, Bruno has been called a culture vulture. Bruno has been called a culture vulture, but here I'll allow it.
Let it be that.
Because let him be that. Because he does it well. It goes from appropriation to appreciation, alright? On the real though, jokes aside.
He probably doesn't have a lick of this in his blood.
Listen, he killed that song. I think he perfectly captured the vibe.
Yeah, he did.
Of a reggae track. Again, loving the versatility on this album. It's definitely showing his artistry. That's a song I remember. I used to play that one quite a bit. I always played it after Natalie.
They are not cohesive at all.
They're not at all. I don't know how he went from jail to an island.
On this album, it just worked and it's so good. Yeah. I love Show Me. I haven't heard that in a very long time.
Just a feel-good track. That's really it.
It really is. Oh, that was such a vibe. I had a good time listening to that. That's all I gotta say.
Are you getting back? Going to the stage as it goes, new in town.
I remember this one.
I don't. Wait.
By the name where your stacks at. Watch it drop it like hey. Music make a dance and money make us smile.
Yes, I remember this one. Coming after Natalie, ran away with all my money to have a song saying that money make her smile. All that other shit is cool, but money make her smile. That's cool.
Imagine if this came after Natalie.
Or before.
No, she don't go where preachers preach. She only go to the church where dollars fall. Watch it drop it like hey. Not complicated, so this won't take a while. You see, music make a dance and money make us smile. Money make us smile.
She's slapping it.
Watch ya.
Oh yeah, we're experimenting.
Money make us smile. Money make us smile.
Wow.
Diplo? Yo, wow. I did not expect to hear Diplo on this album.
But now when I listen to the drop.
Oh yeah. After a concert in Paris, we went to a strip club. The promoter got on the mic and said, "We have a special guest, Bruno Mars." And then they played Just the Way You Are. That's the worst song to hear in that environment. So I resolved to write a good one.
Yeah, because what the fuck?
Good. That is a good idea.
You're really shaking ass to Just the Way You Are.
I respect that one a lot.
I like that one a lot. I can't say it's my favorite off the album, but I love it for its playfulness. That drop was sick. That beat was amazing. Probably one of my favorite beats on the album.
Really love how he took that risk on this song sonically. I did not expect to hear that within the album. It reminds me a little bit of Moonshine in the sense of like, maybe they're underdogs. Not everybody gets it. At first, you know what I mean? I think those are the two. Yeah. But no, this one was really cool. I gotta give him this one.
Yeah.
Oh
my god, I have not heard
a city boy. Right into dangers, I wouldn't have done all the things that I have done.
Recap the time.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
That's so short.
Yeah, but I feel like it takes out the album perfectly because, like you said, you know, it recaps the entire thing.
Yeah.
The story of a guy who's living a very luxurious but wild lifestyle. Yeah. Meets this person that eventually he loses because he didn't appreciate them. By the end, he realizes, hey, if I knew you'd come, I would have been prepared.
I wouldn't have wasted my time.
I wouldn't have wasted my time, exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't have wasted my time with Natalie. I would have still had my money.
I wouldn't have been broke.
You know? I love that we end in a place that is vocally strong and kind of strips back. Yeah. So we can hear him as a vocalist. It isn't as flashy, and it touches on that emotional layer. We end there because beyond the lights and the glitz and glamour of this entire album and all the different sounds, there is that layer there.
One part of me is like mad it's so short, but the other part of me, like you said, kind of appreciates
like an outro.
Because it's like an outro. One of those songs where you appreciate it on the body of work as a whole.
For sure.
I'm so impressed with this entire album. Yeah, no, I'm ready to talk about it and how we feel about it because this was such a genuinely fun listen. Yeah. So that is our revisit for Unorthodox Jukebox.
I already knew this was going to be a great album. Yeah. It's just as good as I remember it being. Again, I think we pretty much said everything during the reaction that we would say. Yeah. Admiring his versatility, admiring his voice. Yes. His ear for music. This album is full of highlights. And that's the thing.
It is.
But it all comes together. It doesn't sound like an album just full of singles. Everything works together. It's very thought out.
Oh my god, the gorilla on the cover.
I was just about to say something about the cover. I don't like being twins. For there to be a song called Gorillas and the gorilla is on the cover at the jukebox, I don't know. It's just maybe that gorilla is a representation of the wild lifestyle.
Yes, and I think with this album, you kind of see the growth from Doo-Wops and Hooligans. You do see the growth.
You do see it.
From Doo-Wops and Hooligans, and then this to 24K Magic. There is not one bad song on this album.
No,
like when you look at it, there may not be some that you play all the time, but you can't sit here and tell me that this is not his magnum opus.
This was like a guilty pleasure for us, so we enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy. It's just being able to go back, and I mean, this was our era of music. This is what
we
this cultivated us as music
and this
listeners.
is 2012. 2012. If you had to be there. 2012 was a year. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because that brings me to my question.
Okay,
what's your top three?
It's gonna be Young Girls, Treasure, Natalie. Yeah.
My favorites are Young Girls, Locked Out of Heaven, and Natalie. We only switched out one. No, okay,
right. But I have to give a special shout out to Show Me because I love that. That was such a vibe. If I had a joint, I'd be smoking it to that song.
So that's your bonus.
That's my bonus.
I think mine is If I Knew.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that, but good bonus. Of course, we'd love to know what you guys thought about Unorthodox Jukebox. Let us know your top 3 down below in the comments.
If you enjoyed watching us react, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, that way you know when we upload. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.